Thank God it's Monday. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. I got some great news to share with all of you. It's another one of our co-founder trainings. We do this on Mondays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, a large group of you are here, and it looks like we're growing, and I appreciate that. We're getting bigger and bigger. Look forward to this getting to the point where we got thousands of you here for training every time we do a training. Okay, so we just got done watching a couple of videos. I talked about how I want to influence the way that you think. Okay, and let me share my screen and let's take a look at something real quick. Okay, the first thing I did is I showed you this video here, and you can go to Telegram to find it. There it is. Okay, be your own bank. So let's see if I can forward that to Pool Funding again. Okay, there we go. So that's right under the meeting now. So it's a short little 3.5 minute video. Watch this guy. He talks really well. So it makes really good points. Did you guys like what he had to say, guys?
Yes,
Did it make sense to
absolutely.
be your own bank? Okay. All right. So then we did that. And then the next video that we watched was the double rebate guide. Okay. But let's just get into the script of it. Okay. I'm not going to play the video. I just want to read the script. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. That might help. All right, it's simple. Borrow $50, pay back $100, get a $100 rebate. It's like getting free money. We just need you to keep the price of the PML coin above the price floor of $50,000. That's what makes double rebates work. So borrow responsibly. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Borrow responsibly. To be clear, day one is when the borrower engages a lender offer by putting $100 of pool funding coin collateral. Borrower then has up to 30 days to go to the market and buy $100 of the PML coin to use to pay back the loan in PML coin. On day 60, from the day the borrower engages the lender's offer, the borrower will get the rebate. If the price of PML stays above $50,000 price floor, the borrower will get a double rebate valued at $100 in PML coin. We could do this. Cheers. Okay. So borrow responsibly. Okay. The idea here is people should borrow what they're very confident that they could pay back within the term, which is a 30-day term. And the idea is that you'll be able to go and take money from whatever your job or whatever it might be, take $100 of that for a $50 loan and purchase $100 worth of PML coins so that you can go to the lending website and pay off your loan. Okay. So like I've got one loan right here so far. Okay. And I'll come back to this website in a minute. Now, the next thing I want to do is let's go back here. I got some posters that I put up before the meeting, and I'd like you guys to vote. Okay, you got one of 7 choices. I want you to vote for your favorite. So you can only vote for one. Okay, you got to pick your favorite. Okay, so I got 7 posters. So that's poster 1. They all say the same thing. How would you like to have a savings account that doubled your money monthly? It's a dream come true. Here's poster number 2. They all say the same thing. Poster number 3. Poster number 4. Poster number 5. Poster number 6. Poster number 7. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. So we got 7 posters here. I feel like I'm missing one for some reason. I think there is an eighth one. Let me see here. Did I skip over an eighth one? I may have. Where's the moon one? Yeah, I did. So number 8 will be the moon one. So let me grab that real quick. So this is number 8. So let's see here. All right. So in the chat, pick 1 through 8. And I'm just curious what you guys have to say about the posters. Okay. And then we'll talk about the posters. Okay. So I see a lot of 2s. I see a 4 and a 1, but mostly those that picked their favorite, they picked 2. So let's go look at 2 again. Okay, share. Let's find number 2 again. This is 2. And yeah, I was really leaning towards this one as well, as far as the posters go. I really liked it a lot. How would you like to have a savings account that doubled your money monthly? It's a dream come true. Okay. I want you to think about your experience with a savings account so far. Okay. I mean, because the banks give you like dismal, returns, like it's not even 1%. At one time, you used to get a decent amount in the 1950s, 1960s. They used to give you, a decent return on your savings account, but it's been downhill ever since they took the dollar off the gold standard. But anyway, think about that. If you had money in a savings account and it doubled for you monthly, how powerful would that be in your life? Let's talk about that. How powerful would that be in your life? A savings account that doubles your money monthly. What's your thoughts on the idea? How are you thinking about it? Just feel free to unmute and share your thoughts. Oh, great.
Doubling money is a great thing.
Like 10x or 100x that.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Double your money monthly. That's kind of nice, right? Okay. So
The number 5 poster was similar to number 2, but it
Yeah.
had better color changes. Like it wasn't the number 2 is a good one, but I like the color changes in number 5, which is very similar.
5
Wow.
was good. 5 was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, people like 5 too. Yeah, it's good. So, but let's just stay focused on the idea of doubling money in a savings account. Okay. So what I want everybody to do is when they look at our lending platform, the PML Coin app, okay, website, I want them to look at it from the point of view, and this is both for the borrower and the lender. If everybody looked at it like a savings account, the way we would treat it is much different. Okay. Now, compare that to looking at like a place that you cash out, like an ATM, right? So if when you think of an ATM, you think about cashing out. Am I right?
Right.
Right. You're not leaving it in the machine, in most cases, right? Most people, when they walk up to an ATM, they're going there to cash out. Okay. Some people go there to make deposits, but
Not most of the time.
so see, if it's a different feeling, isn't it? The ATM is a different feeling than the savings account. Am I right? How it
Yes.
feels?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And see, the way you feel is the way you think. Okay. So if you think about the website as a savings account, and the way I would look at it would be like this: if we can get everybody to kind of look at it like this, it's a place that you're going to save up as much as you can and only take out as needed, from time to time as needed. And just take out what you need, not take out more than what you need. Just take out just enough to cover whatever that particular need might be. So if you need $5 here or $10 there for this, whatever. You only take that part out, right? What would happen is that would accelerate everything for everyone if everybody looks at like a savings account. Okay. So let's take a look at the chart real quick. And by the way, congratulations on basically maintaining above the floor. So you get a reward for that today. I'll be talking about the reward in a moment here. But let's go look at the chart. It's only been a week, guys. It's only been a week since we put all this together here. We go here. It says here the chart's been going for 7 days. Okay. So if we zoom in here, the current price is $56,567. Okay. If we zoom in, okay, a week ago, it basically started at frankly, it started at $1. Okay. It went from $1 all the way up to about a little over $10,000. And then that's when some of you got involved. Now think about the people that got involved between here and here. Okay. There wasn't that many people. It was we would say 10 people. So 10 of you got involved here. And do you see the benefit those 10 people had? Can you see it in the chart?
Yes.
If I make that section really big and bright from here to there, okay? Those 10 people really had an advantage, didn't they? Right? Because whatever they paid for the coin here, the coin's worth more there. So if it was $50 here, it could have been, maybe $150 there, right? And by the way, that was just all in a single day, right? So when you zoom in, it was between 10 o'clock and noon, okay, on that particular day. So if we treat this like a savings account, then those that are borrowing, they're not going to borrow $50 and then immediately take the entire $50 and move it into USDT because it's a savings account. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Because when they do that conversion, swapping and selling are the same thing, aren't they? Right?
Yep, yeah.
Swapping and selling are the same thing. Okay. So the when you go from PML coin to USDT, that's selling, right? And then that has an impact on the chart. It's going to bring the price down. Am I right? That's what happens.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But see, everything's done in measured strokes here. We only have half of you at this point that are buying the coin right now. The lenders are buying the coin. The borrowers a month from now will be buying the coin to pay back their loans. Okay. So the lenders are borrowing $50 right now. And the lenders are borrowing $50 right now. And a month from now, the borrowers are going to borrow $100 to pay back the loan, right? Because that's responsible borrowing that they're going to pay it back. And if they do that, they come out $50 ahead. Okay. So it's like free money because you get the rebate a month after that. Okay. So it's the time value of money over the course of 2 months. Okay. So basically you're winning $50 by being a borrower. How does that sound? We pay you to borrow money from us. Everybody say that out loud. We pay you to borrow money from us.
borrow money from us.
We
That
pay
is
you to borrow money from
equitable
us.
and fair.
Yeah, so we're going to give you $50 to borrow 100. Well, that's 50%. That's like getting a 50% interest. Think about that. That's a cool deal, right? So
Yes.
imagine that every loan you get, 'cause each loan is it's basically a $50 thing, right? There's, you can't borrow different amounts. It's a micro lending platform, and every unit is $50. So that's pretty different, that you can get paid, and that's because of the double rebate, because we're going to stay above the price floor of 50,000. So how many of you feel more comfortable if the price was 70,000 right now instead of 57 or 56, whatever it is right now. How many of you feel more comfortable?
Definitely feel more comfortable.
I would.
You feel more comfortable, like we're not going to go below the floor, right? Let's look at the chart again. Okay, so we look at the whole chart again here. You can see here as of, I don't know, the 29th of July, the price has basically been ranging sideways. Am I right?
Yes.
Been ranging sideways, but above 50,000 generally, right? We had a little bit of dip there. We're not going to even count it because it was less than a day, right? And we had a little dip right there, but otherwise it's been above 50, and we've been as high as 65,000. How many of you be even more excited if the price was $80,000? How many be more excited about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So let me show you the liquidity here. So I mean, you can see there's plenty on the version 3 here. There's, we've got almost $2,000 of USDT sitting there in liquidity. So a lot of $50 bills fit into that, right? Again, this is all brand new. If you go here and you look at the loans, how many loans have we done so far? Let me refresh. Looks like we've done 75 loans. Yeah, so we've done 75 loans so far. Okay. All right, so back to the chart. Back to let's actually look at the liquidity here by going to right now we've got 107 holders of the PML coin. There's 1 billion PML coin. Okay. There's 107 holders of it. Okay. And if you look here, the contract right there, okay, it's number 10. You see the contract? It says 0.3. So that's 3%, right? 3.5%. See that?
Yep.
And then Pancake down here is holding on to 0.04. So that's not even a half of 1%. That's less than a half of 1%. So the two combined is less than 4%. You see how I do the math there between the contract and the Pancake? And that's all that they have to offer. So what if someone comes in here with the intent to buy 4%? They have plenty of money to do so. One person could come in and really knock this price down a lot. Honestly, the distance we are is maybe 5 of you coming in with $1,500, so you have enough money to do a loan every day. Okay, so if like 5 of you came in with $1,500 and bought the coin up off the market, that'd be probably what it would take to push the price up to 100,000 from where it's sitting right now, because of these numbers here. Does the math make sense what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Because the market's here, everybody else is going to basically sit and hold, right? Right. So it's a savings account. Okay. So the idea is everybody thinks of it as a savings account. The lenders see it as a savings account. The borrowers see it as a savings account. And then when your savings account gets to $2,000 or $3,000, then maybe you start shaving off from there. That's a good time to take profits or whatever you want to call it in the market, right? And then that could be used in other places, like buy pool funding coins or pay some bills, whatever, right? And so if everybody came in with the idea it's a savings account, it's a good one up to about 2,000 or 3,000, and then it makes sense to move money out from there, and then for whatever reason you might have to put it someplace else. Okay, because this is a micro lending website. There's no need to put $500,000 into a micro lending website, right? That doesn't make sense, right? Does what I'm saying make more sense?
Yes.
Right? So build it up to 2,000 or 3,000, and then anything over that, start taking it and putting it somewhere else.
Sure.
But hey, how about if the price was $1 million per coin? Okay, $1 million per coin, and then we're doing $50 loans, and then someone actually cashes out the whole $50 on the loan, right? What kind of impact is that going to have on $1 million price? Does that make sense, guys? Very small.
Very little.
Very
Very
small.
little.
Especially if we can if we have the same pattern where it's kind of, sideways trending, right? So basically, our first price target is 100,000. Our current price floor is 50,000. When we get to 200,000, that'll be the second price target. Okay, when we get to 200,000, then we'll have a new price floor of 100,000, and it will just ratchet its way up to $1 million like that. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
We'll ratchet our way up to $1 million per coin, and people can come in. And if you start to think about this as like, we have a 2-for-1 offer, right? But if you lead with this as an offer and you say, hey, how would you like to have a savings account that doubled your money? If you just get good at asking people that question, how would you like to have a savings account that doubled your money monthly? Just get good at asking that question and show people the posters. Simple. Can you guys do that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Think about all the people you could do that with, and just it gets the conversation started. And now you're talking to someone about coming in with some money, because we're at a point now. Okay, we're as a community, we're maturing from, we don't care who we bring into this thing, we just need to gather people. We're at a point now where we'd like to start targeting people that have money. Would you agree that would be good for the community to target people with money?
Yes.
Okay,
That's a good idea.
that would be good for the community, right?
Right.
So we maybe instead of leading with the giveaway, we lead with the lending platform, where there's no recruiting requirement, there's no sponsor refer, there's nothing like that on it's a lending website. Okay. So all the things you might come across as objections, you are not going to have it with the lending platform, and you just show them it's guaranteed, right? Now, here's the good news, and here's your reward for keeping the price above 50,000 in your first week. Okay, here's the reward. How would you guys like an option? Does the word option sound good?
Always.
Yes.
How would you guys like to have the option to choose that in case of default by the borrower, you could still get paid in PML coin, $100? How would you guys like to have that option?
That'd be nice.
Okay. I only heard one person like it so far, so maybe it's not a good idea.
Don't understand it.
Fantastic idea.
Okay, so the borrower defaults, and
I
now you
like
got
it.
now you're going to get their pool funding coin as collateral. That's how it was
Oh.
before I'm talking. Now that I'm talking today, to reward you for keeping the price above 50,000,
Oh.
I'm telling you
Oh.
that now I can express an option that I wasn't prepared to do so when we launched the website.
Ooh.
Because of your behavior, because of good behavior on your part, I'm giving you an option. And all you got to do to keep the option is keep the price above 50,000. You can do this, okay? You can do it. You're already doing it, right? So keep the price above 50,000, and you will have the option that if you don't want the collateral, in case the borrower, fails to pay back the loan, they don't pay the loan, so you're going to get the collateral. And if you don't want the pool funding coin, you have the option of taking the PML coin, $100 of PML coin at the market value at that time of collecting it. You get that instead, and it's your choice. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
That is
Great.
great.
Is everybody happy with that option, or is anybody not happy
Yes.
with the option?
Yeah, no,
Nice.
it's good to have options.
That's a good option to have, isn't it? Okay.
It is.
And
Agreed.
so I can make a case for either side of that. Okay, I can make a case where it makes sense to do it this way, where it makes sense to do that way. But the cool part is having the option. It's a win guaranteed. It's a guaranteed win. You can go around and tell people, guaranteed, you are going to double your money in this savings account monthly. All you got to do is go in the website every day and go click, click, click. It's 3 clicks. That's all it is. 3 clicks to make $50. You just go in there every day, and it's going to double for you. It's going to turn into $100, 30 days later. So you're going to be doubling money guaranteed. guaranteed. And that money is liquid cash ticket. And if you really needed to or wanted to, you could sell it immediately, and you could immediately, use that to whatever your purpose you might have for it. So it's not really restrictive. We're just trying to modify the way you think about it so that you see it more like a savings account instead of an ATM. But if everybody sees it as a savings account, then those that have needs, they'll use it to cover needs, and those that don't have needs, they'll leave it alone. They'll leave it in there and let it accumulate to $2,000 to $3,000 before they start taking money out. And that's a good plan for something that's leveraging the time value of money, the principle that we're working from here. I hope that makes sense.
That principal 1,500 would double in 30 days. I mean, after 30 days, it's the 30 to 60 days, right?
But yeah, I mean, it's, initially it takes 60 days to run it, but
Okay.
then after that, it's every month after that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
constant.
that's the best savings account I've heard of.
All right. Could you repeat that, Joe? Because I think they didn't.
That is the best savings account I've ever come across.
Or Herbalife.
All right.
That's what-
Do you guys agree? Can I get some celebration here?
Agreed. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're being recorded. Don't be a bunch of dead cats. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Carrie out of Thailand. What do you think? Better?
Fantastic idea. I love it. Thank you for
All
always
right.
coming up with a new solution.
It's called Lemons and the Lemonade, 100% all the time. All right, so let's go to
Thank you.
David. I'm curious what he's got to say. Hello, David. You got your hand up.
Yes. I wish I wrote down the question. I kind of forgot right now, but maybe I'll remember it later.
You put your hand down. When you remember, put it back up, and I'll call on right away. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, very good. So listen, all we got to do is change the way that we think. The first thing that you have to change is start accepting the idea that you are the bank. Okay? You got your hand back up. Okay? Yeah, I guess you remembered.
Yes. So you said something just a moment ago about, the $50 thing daily go into your account and click, click, click or whatever every day, but I thought there was a limit of 4 times a month or something.
Yeah, that's for the borrower, but for the lender, they can lend $50 a day.
Oh, okay, every day, but the borrower can only do it 4 times a month.
Only 4 loans, only $450 per month, and they can do it all in one day if they want to. I'll be demonstrating that as part of the thing today. I'll be demonstrating the website.
Great, thank you. That was the question. Appreciate
All
it.
right, you got your question answered. Okay. So again, guys, what I'm doing here is teaching you how to think. The first thing you got to accept is the idea that you are the bank. And now, because of what we're doing together here, it's a true story. You're the bank. All right. How many of you are ready to claim that?
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Claim it. Say, I claim it.
I'm ready.
Don't even have to think about it.
I find it.
I
I've
am
already
the bank.
envisioned
Right?
it.
So, okay. That's the first thing. The second thing that you need to do is look at the website, or look at the PML Coin app. Look at that as a savings account, not an ATM, a savings account. And if both borrower and lender alike see it as a savings account, what's going to happen to the price of the coin?
Up, up, up.
Like a rocket. We're going to be like that up to $1 million easy. So do you want a staircase up to $1 million over the next 1 or 2 years? Or do you want a straight shot to $1 million in 3 months? Which one do you want?
I like
Laser.
3 months.
We want the laser.
Okay, laser it. Okay, so it's going to range, but it's going to be, that's what we want. So if we get everybody to understand, and we use the language, because it's called the power of suggestion. Everybody say that with me. The power of
Power
suggestion.
of suggestion.
People
power of
do what you
suggestion.
say. See, if you explain the website like, okay, you can become a borrower, and then you put up your $100 of collateral, and you get $50, and you can pull it right out. If you use that language, you're using the ATM language. Am I right?
Yep.
And guess what people are going to do if you use that language? They're going to pull money out. We don't want that, do we? Right? Instead, tell them it's a savings account, and you get free money every month. You get free money. Everybody can be a borrower because you can get up to $200 a month, every one of you, for free. So if you're confident you can pay back the 400 in the timeline, right? That's how it works, right? Because you got to borrow responsibly. So if you borrow 200, you're going to pay back 400, but you're going to get back 200, and you're going to keep the original 200 that you got by taking out 4 loans. Does that make sense? So if you borrow responsibly, you can get free money. $200 up to $200 a month, up to, right? Up to whatever you could do responsibly. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Sort of.
let me show you how it works. I'm gonna borrow responsibly. How many of you as lenders would like me to be your borrower?
I would
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Yes.
count
Like
me in.
that. Your credit's
Amen.
good.
All right, I'll be your borrower for some of you right now. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna click on borrow. And I got plenty of PFI, so I'll use that. So I'll just take out a loan, click, clickety click, click. Click. And click. All right. So now I've taken out a loan. Okay. So, yep, I've got 2 loans. So whoever number 3 is, I did that before. And then just now, 76. That's interesting. I think I'm 76. No, I'm 96. Let me take a look here. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
90,
could you
I'm
could you take out a
98,
loan
98.
and be the lender as well?
That's possible, but it didn't actually happen. No,
Probably won't
I'm
happen.
98. So I'm 98 is my next one. So let me do that again. So I'm going to borrow again. Okay. So by the way, what's available? Well, let's see here. Okay, so we have 77. Okay. So that's where I got, so 76 loans so far have been issued. And the next one is 77, whoever that is, right? And then and we go to 119. So what's the difference? That's basically 80, so there's 20 there. There's about 40 loans
35, 40,
there's about 40 loans available, 35 to 40
Yeah.
loans available.
40.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to borrow. I can borrow 2 more. I'm gonna take the free money. It's basically $200 of free money every month. Why not? It's on the table. Grab it. Okay. I'm responsible. I'm very responsible. So easy to borrow.
Are you borrowing from yourself?
No, I'm borrowing from the website. It's
From the
all,
website.
it's
Yes,
from
sir.
you. It's from you guys.
Okay. The
It's
lender.
your money, and I'm paying back. I'll be paying back double. That seemed to go through pretty good. Let's take a look at the dashboard. Now I've got 3 loans. I'm allowed 1 more, right? I'm going to test the programmer now. So I'm going to sign the agreement. Clickety click. Agree. So we're going to test the programmer. I should be limited to only 4 of these per calendar month. That's the rule we agreed on. Okay. Transaction confirmed. So I go to my dashboard and I've got 4 loans. So let's go borrow. Borrow limit for the month has been reached. He did it. Yay.
Yay.
Hey, programmer.
All right, because we want balance in our system, don't we? So there's got to be limits. you know, the lender's being limited to one loan a day. The borrower's limited, they can do no more than $200 per month, right? So four loans. So that creates balance in the system. If we go back to the lending side of this, oh, by the way, let me just check my wallet here. I
Yeah,
should
say,
have,
quick question on the, once you, when you,
go
did
ahead.
you show what to do to pay back the loan?
Not yet, because I can't do both at the same time.
And that's good too.
But yeah, so yeah, I got a lot of PML coin. I got 10% of a coin here. So yeah, you know, hey, thank you very much, people. All right. So I got me some coin. Okay. And it's my savings account's looking pretty damn good right now. Right. Lend. I feel good enough that I want to be a lender too. So it's only 3 clicks. Watch. 1,
Good offer.
2, 3. I'm done. Okay. So I was able to do a loan in 3 clicks, guys. Yeah, so the coins are adding up over here nicely. Yeah, that's, you know, so I got plenty, I got enough here to do 3 more loans, but if the price goes up, hey, I might be able to get 4 loans if we get the price to go up, right, guys?
Ooh,
Think
yeah.
about, we want the price to go up. We treat it like a savings account and it will go up. Okay. So back here to the price, we want it to go up nicely. See, I didn't take anything out. I did not impact this chart at all by me taking out the loans, did I?
No.
Because I didn't do it
No.
on the market.
Looks
You
that
know,
way.
the
You did not.
website is just like this, you know, just like using the send button. Using the website just like using the send button. It's not like the swap. The swap button is selling. The send button doesn't impact the market. The swap button does impact the market. Okay. You got to know the difference, guys. Got to know the difference. Okay, so we want the price to go up. So, hey, anybody who puts $1,500 in this right now to load themselves up, they're going to probably shoot the price right up to, you know, probably 70,000, right? Then the next person that puts in, you know, $1,500 probably push the price up to 75,000, right? And the next person that pushed the price up to, you know, maybe 79,000, right? I'm telling you, by the time 5 of you do it, it'll probably be $100,000. And then 5 of you are in a position to have really gained where you're taking advantage of, you know, the early bird, right? The early, you know, the early bird gets the worm, right? So you want to be one of these guys here, getting the worm early, right? It's better to get the
Right.
worm early so you get it to take the ride. And
Early bird.
I'm already starting to see myself. I'm pretty sure that I got 4 loans here. It's just a matter of the price going up, right? I could do 4 more loans because of me being an early bird. So that creates excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
now I've demonstrated how to borrow, I've demonstrated how to lend, and then when it comes to paying it off, you go to the dashboard, and when the programmer finishes the pay button, that's not unfinished work on his part. It'll be lit up here. You can pay it off early, but there's no incentive to. Okay, you can pay early. There's no incentive. The pay button will be available immediately after doing the loan. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of little things. His daughter went to the emergency room yesterday, kind of interrupted my plan. All of this is supposed to be looking much better, including the pay button. But it doesn't matter. His daughter matters more than that, you know, him getting it done before the meeting here. Right, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the
Absolutely.
only question I
Yes.
had was, you know, how do we go about paying back the loan? And now I see how that's going to work out. So,
Yeah, just click one
Great.
button and then confirm it. You know, so basically click, and then you paid it back. But if you don't pay it back, guaranteed, as long as the price is above 50, you'll have the option of getting PML coin or the entire amount that the borrower put up as collateral. And if that
Which
for
is-
some reason is below the price value of $100, the supplier, which is me, I'm the supplier, I would be the one to make sure that you get, you know, all that. I'm not sure why my screen went black, so that's weird.
Ace, is that a real-time pick? You get to pick right then, like real time?
You'll have the option at any moment, at any time. So, you know, basically we'll set the default that it's going to be PML, and you'd have to change it to, collateral is
Yeah.
how that would work. Virtual background is still loading. Use video. Okay. Yeah, something's going on with my Zoom. It's not quite functioning. Where I'll just turn the video off. So give it a breather. Maybe I change the background real quick.
What if people who are on screen live versus with a frozen picture of them, if they get off screen, doesn't that help too? So it's not a live photo or video that is actually a frozen photo?
Well, I have a frozen photo there now.
But that's just you. That's not the other people that are on the Zoom.
I think it depends on how you set up your device for viewing it. So you can view. You have options like you can view it as gallery or speaker. I have it on gallery right now, but you might have yours on speaker. It's your settings. So adjust background. Do blur. I don't know. I like to be able to show myself, because you see, how excited I am about all of this. Sorry, my Zoom is malfunctioning for some reason. Anyway, so that's the point I want to make today. Think of yourself as the bank. This website is yours as much as it is mine. You can be lender, you can be borrower, you can be both. You can do none too, right? So there's no obligation. But this gives you a new tool that you can go out there and build a team, because now you can reach out to people and say, hey, how would you like a savings account that doubled your money monthly? And you got, 8 posters that you can put in front of them to kind of get the idea, get their brain on it. And as Joe said, best savings account ever, right? Best savings account ever.
Well,
It's a good deal, right? And then you got a relationship with them, and then you introduce them to pool funding and take it from there, right? You always have options what to do next, right?
in the capture page, how would you like to turn 1,500, to a monthly paycheck?
You could do different options. You can play around with different strategies, right? Yeah. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, as a lead in, as a lead out, yeah.
yeah. I just like saying savings account because it's ambiguous as to the amount, because 1,500 might turn some people on and other people might think that's too small, right?
Oh,
Right. Why fiddle around with only $1,500? They might be playing a bigger game, and we want to attract people that want to play the bigger game. Honestly, right now, it's time for them to come in. The people
self-discovery.
the people that would want to, turn 100,000 into 100 million. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk to those people. Oh, you're loose for 100,000. You could do 100,000. Okay. Well, we have a good program for you, and right now you're catching us between old coin and new coin and getting involved right now. Yeah. You could look at, 500x opportunities all day long right now as we're in between this transition period between the old coins and the new coins. So this is the best opportunity ever to really, grab people that have got money. Say, you got to take a look at this just so you're at least aware of it at the very minimum, because these 500x opportunities, they don't last long. And when they come in, very few people hear about them, and then they're gone, and that's just how it is. No one can offer 500x forever, and not even us, you know what I'm saying? Only certain people will be able to grab that and run with it. And the Wells know what I'm talking about, don't you, Wells? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, we do.
That's right. And Wells are getting, basically with our promo that we have, the Wells are getting bigger and fatter, faster, right? Than other people that are not Wells. So there's definitely rewards for being Wells. You got to be a well to find out. All right. Mark Buckner's asking, do we buy PML coin from the market? Yes. Then transfer from wallet to loan app? Yes. So it's kind of 2 questions in one. So yeah, first you go to the market, you buy the PML coin, and then you use the website to uh, put the coin into it as loans. Okay. So just to share my screen again. How many loans do I have so far? I'm only able to do one a day. And so far as a lender, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have already been taken. So I've got borrowers for these 5, and I've got 2 that are open. But now that you know that free money's on the table, how many of you are going to pick up some free money? You feel confident you can pay back the $400, no problem. How many are confident you can do that? Pay back the 400 to get the 200 free money. If you're like
No
that,
brainer.
then go in there and do it. Because the lenders, they don't want to wait 2 or 3 days for their loan to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Am I right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Let's keep
Yeah.
Okay.
let's keep the flow going. Okay. But right
So-
now, I'd like, I like to see this, I'd like to see some of these, go in there, take a couple of loans out, right? Do whatever, borrow responsibly. Okay. Whatever you feel confident that you could pay off with PML coin, right? Even though we're guaranteeing that they have the option of getting PML coin, we still want things to be balanced in financial terms, and that's the best way to do it. Okay, is the borrower goes to the market and buys $100, pushing the price up more. That's the desired activity, the desired behavior. Am I right?
Absolutely.
That is what we want because that impacts the price upwardly. And we just want the price to go up because this is a savings account, and we want our savings account to keep on, doubling money for us year after year, decade after decade. That's what we want, right? So if we all treat this the proper way and we look at it the proper way, it's not an ATM, it is a savings account. And you are the bank and you're using your savings account of your bank. That's the way to look at it. All right. I think I might have a private message from Nola. Let me just read it to myself. Yeah, okay, maybe not. It looks like it's a question I can read. Okay, Ace, does the PML coin have to not dip below 50,000 K at any time during that month? Look, it just needs to stay generally above 50,000, right? But the sooner I'm putting a shout out to those of you that got some money right now to go ahead and put a 500,000, 1,500 in this now. Let's get some distance between where we're at and the what you call it, and the $50,000 mark. Okay, let's get some distance in there.
Hit the first target.
Stay above the 50,000 at all times during the month to get the double rebate. So basically, everything's kind of hinged on staying above 50,000. So the sooner we get this thing up to 70,000, the less we're going to be concerned about it going back down to 50, because you have to have coin in order to sell it. Am I right? You can't sell something you don't have. Am I right? So
Right.
no one can hurt us if if so like if 5 of you hurry up and come in and be the early bird getting the worm, you're going to be able to get more loans than the people that hesitate or they don't have the money now, and they have to build up to it. So if you've got it, you should go in and buy $1,500 and just get that price right up to 100, and we'd be much better. Because basically the price floor is 50,000 all the way up to the price point of 200,000, and then we'll kick the price floor up to 100,000 at that time. That's how it's going to go. Hope that clears it up for you, Nola. Thank you, Mary, for being here. We appreciate you hanging out for as long as you did. All right. Okay, so that's it. David, you got your hand back up. Go ahead.
Yes, so until I get involved with the new systems and coins or transition, I won't be able to do the lending or the borrowing, right?
No, anybody that has internet access without being a pool funding member can actually be a lender. All you
I
need,
just have to go to that.
you just have to go to the market and buy the PML coin. Yeah.
Okay, so not Pool Micro or the website for.
Yeah, you can just go to PancakeSwap and buy PML coin, and then you can come to the website and lend it. You don't even have to be a pool funding member to do that.
Okay.
It's a separate website. But if you want to borrow, you have to be a pool funding. You have to use, the only way to borrow is with pool funding, collateral. So that's who's going to be borrowing, is people that are, pool funding members. They'll be the borrowers, right?
Right, but I won't be able to do that until I transition to the new version because I have the old version.
Yeah, you won't be able to borrow, correct?
Okay.
But you can lend. So your question originally was either or, but I'm telling you, there's a distinction. So
Right.
lenders are anyone in the world, and borrowers are pool funding members.
Okay. I got to transition as soon as possible.
That's it. Yep.
Thanks.
You're excited, huh? I got you roused up, buddy. All right. Good. Glad to hear it. All right. Things are just getting better and sweeter as we go. So I hope you guys realize that it doesn't matter the rocky road we've been on. What matters is the path moving forward is smoothing out nicely, isn't it? Isn't it getting smoother, guys? Better?
It's smoothing up, not smoothing out.
It sure seems like
It's
it.
smoothing up. Yeah, we're smoothing it up because we want to go up.
From little acorns to my oats grow.
That's it, man. All right. So again, today I just want everybody to think in terms that this is a savings account. So how about everybody just claim that I got a savings account, I can double my money monthly. Everybody say that, and we'll close out the call with that.
I got a savings account, double my money.
Double my coins monthly.